NESN.com's Ricky Doyle. He's Mike Cole. We had to talk a little NFL because we got 15 weeks in the books, getting into crunch times when you start to make the bacon, start deciphering the pretenders from the contenders. And one team we know that is most likely going to be there until the very end. I mean, they got the first round bye now. That's the New England Patriots. Week after week, they flex their muscle. If there is a team in the AFC, however, Mike, that can knock off the Patriots, kind of ruin their Super Bowl run, who do you like? Who's your team?
I think the consensus among us is pretty clear that the Patriots are
they get the inside track,
right?
Yeah.
But if there's one team I think that has a chance to knock them off, I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a Steelers team that's not afraid of the Patriots, seeing the Patriots year after year after year. And I think if you look at the matchup, I think the matchup doesn't necessarily favor Pittsburgh, but at least gives them an opening. And I think if you look at that Pittsburgh offense matched up against the New England defense, we saw a few weeks back that the Steelers could hang with them, and that was even without Ben Roethlisberger. I just think the Patriots defense, while improved over the course of the season, still has some holes, and I think that the Steelers have the best chance of exploiting those holes. I mean, the weapons, the list is long, whether it's Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and you got Ben Roethlisberger holding that all together, and there's also some complementary offensive pieces there. So I look at that Steelers team and say, I think they could come in here and match point for point with the Patriots. I also think you look at that Pittsburgh defense, it's starting to play a little bit better as the season's gone on. Really, you saw on Sunday in Week 15, they kind of fell down early, but they were able to kind of claw their way back in it with some good defense and obviously some clutch offensive playmaking. So I think that there's a variety of factors that allows Pittsburgh to come in here and not be afraid of the Patriots.
Yeah, obviously, as you touched on, a lot of familiarity between those two teams, having played each other in the playoffs before, all this kind of history. I'm going to go to a team with it's kind of unfamiliar with them, and maybe they can use that to their advantage. That's the Oakland Raiders. Yeah. Obviously, the one nipping at the heels in the Patriots in terms of securing home field advantage. And a lot of it stems from, similar to the Steelers, they have the offensive weapons. Obviously, Derek Carr having an MVP-like season. You got Amari Cooper, you got Michael Crabtree, so guys that can get after that Patriots secondary. But really, I look at the defensive side of the ball. This team was pretty much historically bad for the first few weeks of the season. I think they've ironed out a lot of those issues. Khalil Mack, we don't even need to go into how good he is. I think he can kind of provide that Von Miller-like impact on the outside in a playoff game. And then also somebody like Reggie Nelson, the ability to make plays in the secondary. So I just look at that defense as coming a long way. They can force turnovers, and on the offensive side, they don't give you much. Right. You know what I mean? Great turnover differential. They don't beat themselves. And going up against a team like New England who just capitalizes on your mistakes, I think that's huge. I would like it better if they were playing in California and not coming to Foxborough, because I think that's going to pose a problem for anybody. But overall, I just look at the weapons that I think that the Raiders have a chance to go step for step with them, which I think is really all you can ask of any team at this point.
Yeah, I think if we're looking at it on Championship Sunday and the Patriots are playing either Pittsburgh or Oakland, we're at least going to get a good game.
It's going to be a ball game.
Two teams with some bravado, which is what you need this time of year. Two teams won't be afraid to come in here and give the Patriots a run.
Either way, it certainly looks like the Patriots, it's theirs to lose in the AFC. I think we can agree on that. All right, this has been the NESN.com Daily Debate.